Ooh, I'm so hungry. I think I'm gonna grab something real quick. But we are back re-rolling. Oh my god, I need help. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Anybody. Preferably somebody with A4, A5 nanolith. Please help me. Be my savior through these dark times. Okay, dude, I am so tired. I underestimated how much less energy I get if I don't do cardio at the gym. Because our cardio machine is not working. So I couldn't do cardio. Where's my freaking bro? Where's my chat? The heck? Hello? Streamlabs? Where Streamlabs, where's my chat? I can't see my chat. What is going on? It's just my chat is not there. Okay, I have to probably go on YouTube then. What the heck? Okay. What, like what? What the freak? Yo, what's up? What's up, Hannah? Anything is possible. Though I'm so happy they just announced Rebecca from Cyberpunk is free. And wait, she's free, Rebecca? Dang, that is actually better than whatever they had an anniversary. You think they did that because I gotta check this out. You think they did it because of anniversary? By the way, that's crazy. What the heck? Wow. All right, let me grab something to snack on real quick, guys. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm sorry. I have not had dinner yet. I'm so hungry. Let me grab something to snack on, and we could take a look at that Withering Waves thing. I'm actually interested. So the thing is, I can play Withering Waves on my phone. Like my phone can play the game. I just can't play it on PC. So I'm not opposed to ever like getting back into Withering Waves, and I really like Cyberpunk, just like anybody else likes Cyberpunk. Yo, Edge Runners was really good. I just didn't like how short it was, right? Like that's my only complaint about Edge Runners, which to be fair, it felt shorter than a typical anime because like typical animes, right, that are short are like what, like 12, 13 episodes. Cyberpunk was like 11, right? So like everything happened way too suddenly, way too fast. Why are you still re-rolling? I'm still re-rolling because I want A6 nanolith, and I'm not getting A6 nanolith unless I continue re-rolling because my last account is bricked. So I'm gonna continue playing the other account, and I'll probably like do all that stuff like off camera, but like I'm gonna keep going for it. I mean, like I did pulls on it and it was bricked, so I mean I just continue re-rolling. I kind of wish I did the roll sooner though, so I could have a better idea of like what it was going to actually be. So like, the thing is, right, you can have a strong start but have a bad finish, right? And that pretty much explains that account. It had a really strong start, but the finish is pretty bad. And like I don't want to gamble. I don't want to gamble the last week of her banner on whether or not I'm going to get whatever in the last amount of pulls there is, right? Like 3 copies and whatnot. I don't want to gamble that. I don't. A6 is free to, yeah, it's definitely possible. It is definitely possible to get A6 is free to play, right? There's no 50-50. The gacha is very generous, right? You can absolutely get A6 as a free to play. It is very possible. Like I wouldn't do this in any other game. This is the only game I would ever even attempt to do this in. right? Like it's not even super delusional to the point where it's like you don't even attempt it. It's definitely attemptable in this game. Yeah, for sure. And like what proves that to me even more so is the last account I had, A2 Nanily, right? In the early game. You don't get that in any other game. You don't get that. But I did some rerolls earlier. I did like probably 10 off camera. And I'm going to do some more tomorrow and stuff like that. I did take a break so I could go to the gym and work on the next video. Next video should be uploaded tonight. So that should be fun. We're going to talk about like NTE in the first week. So I can have like better ideas what to write in the script. I'm like still in the, I'm pretty much halfway done with it. But I want to get some gauges on what you guys think about the first week of NTE before I do finalize the script and all of that and start actually recording and whatnot. I just finished chapter 4 in the story. Chapter 4 in what story? In this story? Or a different game? Why are you back re-rolling? I'm back re-rolling because my last account is bricked. Right. To just explain it in the shortest way possible, the last account is bricked. Right? And here's what you guys gotta understand. Like I've played this game twice from start to finish. Right? Like aside from the newest story quest, there is nothing in the game that is like not new to me, or that is new to me. Excuse me. I've done everything in the game. So like I'm not in a rush to get to the end game. I've already been to the end game. I've already done all of it, right? So like what might seem crazy to you guys, to me is just like I don't care if I have to play through the game again, right? I've already played through it a few times. I already know everything that's going to happen before it happens, right? Now the new story quest I haven't done yet, but I'm gonna do that whenever I get to it. I don't feel like I need to rush, right? No, I don't recommend anyone do this, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm a content creator, right? And then my promise was that I was going to get A6 Nanily. I want to actually stand on business and fulfill that promise. But I don't think anyone else should have that mentality. I think it's very unhealthy, and I think it could lead to burnout. But guys, I'm resistant to burnout on this game. This game is so fun. I'm making videos daily, at least as of right now. I'm really enjoying the game, streaming daily or trying to stream daily. I really like this game. Also, let me put on my headphones. I've had them off the whole time. Let me put them on. Let me also grab a snack because I'm hungry. Let me grab a snack because I'm hungry, bro. I'm playing Gacha 5 years now, and it feels so weird to have the S ranks guarantee. Used to be 50-50. Yeah, it is weird. And actually, now you mentioned, I've been playing Gacha games for as long as you have. Literally, I started in 2021, right? So 5 years ago. Having 50-50 and not having 50-50 is a night and day difference. A night and day difference. Like you really come to like appreciate it long term playing these games. Right? So that's why I really like Snowbreak Containment Zone when they didn't necessarily remove 50-50, but they added a separate banner for those people or those players that wanted to either spend money or play the game without having to interact with the 50-50, right? That's what I really liked about Snowbreak Containment Zone. And I wanted other games to follow suit. So I was very happy to find out the Neverness to Everness. Like, so before getting into this game, right? And again, we could talk about the week 1 impressions of this game as well. Yo, what's up, Crusader? We can talk about the week 1 impressions of this game, right? Let me grab a snack real quick because I'm so hungry, bro.
This is the rap king of Drop Island, aka the Sonic Dimension Lord. Whoa, this beat is my cup of tea. All right, here comes some more freestyle.
It's been over a dozen songs. Can't you switch to a quieter channel?
All right. I got some peanut butter cheese crackers or whatever. I'm making some dinner, but I'll do it after stream though. Chapter 4 in NCE. Oh, so how are you liking the new chapter? Or how did you like it if you already did it? I don't remember what you said. absolutely 9 days. Started in 2.2 Genshin and have played all HSR, ZZ, move up, and it feels crazy as guarantee. Yeah, it's so crazy. So like, okay, here's the thing, right? If you are someone who is generally lucky when it comes to these games, right? And I've met people, I've seen people, I've had friends, right? That whenever they play a game like this, a gacha game, they're extremely lucky. And more so with the games that are designed to essentially, you know, just, you know, depart you from your wallet, right? So Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, just any of the games really, but more so the games with the horrific predatory gacha mechanics to the cranked up to the T that they are, right? Like Arknight's Infill and so on and so forth, right? I've had friends who gets really lucky in those types of games, and I don't. And the impression is that my experience is completely different from theirs. My experience is more negative compared to their experience. So whenever NTE had announced that they're removing the gacha, or not gacha, excuse me, the 50/50 from the gacha, I was like, yo, this is amazing, right? And then the cream on top was that the designs of the characters are actually really appealing. Like, it'd be one thing if they were like, yeah, we removed the 50/50 from the gacha, but our characters suck. So it's not like I want your characters anyways. The characters look really good, right? And I was surprised they even gave Cheese for free. I thought Cheese would be a character that we have to actually roll for. But the fact that they gave Cheese for free is crazy. I think Cheese is one of my favorite characters in the game. And we just get her free. Now, is she the most fun character to play? I mean, I don't know. You be the judge of that. I personally don't find her fun to play, to be honest. I don't. But she's free. And all of her dupes and her weapon refinements is free too. But yeah, anything is possible. I've seen crazy 10 pools. I've gotten way more 2 5-stars and 1 10 pool in this game than any other game. In the short time of me playing this game, I've gotten more 2 and 1 10 pool than I've gotten in any other game. And it's just because of the ways you can get S ranks in the gacha, right? With also, well, it doesn't necessarily matter whether or not there is 50/50, but the amount of ways you can get S ranks in the gacha, right? Makes a huge difference. Metaphor was nice. I'm interested in the story now. Okay, so let me ask you this, right? Without doing any spoilers, okay? Without doing any spoilers. Does the story get deep at that point? Does the story get deep? Because as of right now, my impressions with the story is that there still isn't a foundation for a deeper story as of right now, right? For the most part, a lot of the story is like one-off things, but there isn't like a deep foundation as of right now, at least from what I see throughout the story. So does that change with the newest chapter? Like, do they set up the future of the game, basically? I'm kind of indifferent to that. I mean, I kind of like the one-offs things, and if they didn't have the one-off like storylines, I wouldn't care either, to be honest. But I like it a lot. I might do a reroll account for Hattori so I don't feel FOMO for skipping her my main. Yeah, you can if you want. Just make sure you don't burn yourself out doing that. Just make sure you don't burn yourself out. That's all I say. Is it? Let me eat first. Is the volume too low for you guys? Do I need to turn it up?
This should be our first official.
Guys, so you know what? I wanted to change my name from Toshi to Iruchi. Okay, now you might be like, why Iruchi, right? Because Iruchi fits like how I feel more about a name. Because like there's a little bit more of an origin to that. There's an origin to Toshi, but there's more of an origin to Iruchi, right? Like the initials of that matters a ton in the grand scheme of things. I might change my name, bro. What's up, Star? I'm thinking about making second account before the free SSR ticket event ended. Hey, you can if you want. It's up to you. All I say is that, guys, don't burn yourself out. Please don't burn yourself out. I'm only doing this because I want more Nanolys, right? I love the character. She's so fun to play. There's so many different things you can do with the character, not only in the overworld, but just in general. The character is really nice. I love this character, so I want to max out this character. But you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to reroll. You don't have to have a second account. You can play the game on your one account. You got a lot of pools in the beginning of the game, right? If you rerolled and you got like nanily early, now you paved the way for making sure you can obtain most of the characters early on, right? And then later on, you'll worry about getting those characters when, you know, the pools start drying up. But you should be sitting on a pretty nice bank of pools right now if you rerolled in the beginning of the game. So, and regardless if you didn't, you know, you still got a pretty nice economy for pools, right, in the 1.0 patch. So, you know, you're chilling, right? You're chilling. All right, I'm gonna read a little faster here. Bro, speaking of luck, I won my 50-50 on Lucia in ZZ with 4 pity and then did a Funzy 10 pool and got the new limited S rank at 6 pity and got a standard character in the same 10 pool 2 roll later. That's actually really nice. See, those are the moments that you want to have in the Hoyoverse games. The problem is that 50% of players gets those moments and then the other 50% doesn't get those moments, right? And I think that's very unhealthy for a game. Me personally, right? That's my mentality. So instead of having to go through that, I'd rather not interact with that to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so you'll see, right? If Silver Palace comes out and Rewinding Cadence, right? No matter how good those games are, if those games have any form of 50-50 after playing this game, you're going to absolutely feel different. You're going to feel very different. Right? Because you've been shown that there is grass at the end of the tunnel. Wait, grass, light at the end of the tunnel. Excuse me. I got the two sayings mixed up. I mean, you get it, right? Like, you're going to absolutely understand that there is a much better way, a much more healthier way of designing the gacha for the players, right? There's way too much fun content in the game for me to think about rerolling. Fair enough. And that's why I say, like, right, you have to ask yourself, why are you rerolling? If you're not rerolling because, like, of what I'm rerolling for, or if you're not a content creator, you know, there is no incentive for you to reroll whatsoever. There is no incentive. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like Lucia a lot in ZZ. She's really nice. If you guys remember when they changed her design a while before her release, yo, she was packing a little more. She was packing a little more. They had to nerf her, bro. So the future, I don't think so, but it set up something about one of the main characters that was kind of deep in my opinion. Okay, that's nice to know. So there, at least it goes deeper, right? That's nice to know. I'm looking forward to it then. While it is nice to have the premise of NCE be very lighthearted and be very comedic, right? Pretty much a lot of the time. And then, you know, it has its moments like the buy chain quest, right? That I'm sure a lot of you have already gotten through. It is going to be nice to have some segments of the story be like pretty, I would say, deep, like deeper than surface level at least. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things that still need to be explained about NCE, right? With the not even just the story, but the world building, right? Like, I want to know more of the origins of the anomalies, more of the origins of the espers and all of that, right? Also, I want to, at some point, I low-key want this game to have story quests for characters. Like, and show some of the pasts for the characters. Like, okay, from what I understand, we recently got a little bit of that with the Hotori short. For those of you that have seen the Hotori short on the YouTube, that was kind of nice, right? With Hotori and Adler, that was kind of nice. I want more of that, but I want it in game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm actually interested in a lot of the characters in this game. No way, bro, is re-rolling again? Yeah. No way, bro, is re-rolling again. Yeah, we back at it. Back at it like a crack addict. How did the account brick? Just bad standards or late? It's just late nanily. Like, okay, so late nanily just means I have no pools unless I spend money, right? I could sit there and try to gamble the rest of the pools that I would probably get, which would probably be around 70 pools, 7 to 80, so another pity. But like gambling that in the last 6 days, I don't think is a good idea for me personally, right? For me personally, again, You have to ask yourself why you're rerolling in the first place or why you're doing this to begin with. So that's why I said for me, it's not a good idea. But hey, listen, I have the other account still. I can still play on the other account. I'm just gonna do it off camera. And I've been playing a lot of this game off camera as well. You had the Tomato Devil, LOL. I really like the Tomato Devil. Like that whole quest was great. That was great. Guys, so the two dynamics I think that are really good in this game so far is I think the number one is Haniel and Nanalie, and I think the other duo is Togito and Lacrimosa. Am I wrong? I feel like Togito Lacrimosa was surprisingly a really good duo. No? Like any objections? I thought that duo was really nice actually. What a fun quest. I thought that quest was really fun. Really goofy but really fun at the same time. Yeah, Lucia, my favorite. Oh, she's your favorite character in ZZZ? Nice to know. Outer TV? Yeah, okay, I know a lot of you don't. Okay, so like going into the first week impressions of this game, right? I know a lot of you don't like Togito. Probably most of you, maybe all of you don't like Togito. But I think with all due respect, I think Togito is a decent character for the game. Right? I just think the only issue of Togito is that they kind of bombarded him in majority of the story early on. And that's kind of like that, and also like Togito is not cute. Or at least he's not cute to most people. Those two things makes a bad recipe for, you know, what should be side character. You know what I mean? Like he's not even a playable character, and this character for some reason has more screen time than characters that are playable. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty bad. But other than that, I think okay, like for me personally, I think all of the emergency food like jokes, right? Because that's kind of what they feel like. You know what I mean? For Togito, I feel like are a lot better and hit like, and they actually like stick compared to the ones that are in Genshin Impact for Paimon. At least that's how I feel personally, right? No, yeah, the Dane quest should have been a side quest for sure. It should have been a side quest for sure. Haniel and the other kid bickering nonstop in the auction quest was very entertaining. You mean you talking about Illica?
It's been nullified. Wait, what? It's nullified? What happened? How did that happen? It hurt.
I don't really have an issue with Togito. I was just mimicking Lacrimosa saying it.
Maybe.
Yeah, but the jokes that write themselves are really funny, at least to me personally. But I do think that the amount of Togito early on is pretty rough, right? Especially if you are somebody who does not skip story, it's pretty rough. Rerolling again. Also, I've gotten 2 Daffodil dupes from Standard, earliest 2. Wait, that's crazy. On the same account, like your main account, that's insane. What the heck? Yeah, I'm rerolling again though. Finish his day quest and I still don't care for him. That's fair. So I feel like anyone that's a Togito hater should like the fact that Togito at the end of that story got cucked, right? Like one of your homies takes your girl basically. That is the end of that story. Right? And if you're a seasoned Togito hater, you should be livid right now, bro. Like you should be livid right now. What are you re-rolling for? I'm re-rolling for as many copies of Nanalie as possible this time. And this time, guys, I'm going absolutely harder in the re-rolls. I'm not going to do it during stream, but I've been re-rolling on my PC and my phone at the same time. So I'm going a lot harder on re-rolls in general this time around. And for the accounts for the most part, I'm not entering codes because I feel like entering codes is a waste of time. You kind of low-key just want to get 10 pulls in. I'm hoping that we have pre-reg rewards for a lot of the accounts I've been like re-rolling. they have been missing the pre-reg rewards in the beginning. I'm hoping that's not the case here. Okay, we got them. Cool. They have been missing the pre-reg rewards, which has been a very disappointing thing. But it seems like it's not going to be the case here. I'm happy about that. My main YouTube account isn't able to send any text chat. That's weird. That's really weird. For some reason, like the stream chat wasn't loading in my streaming software, so I had to open up my YouTube. So it was a little bit of delay in the beginning, and I'm sorry about that. All right, let's get it. I don't usually want to do this for the reroll, but the reason I'm doing this is because of the rebate. That is the only reason why I'm doing this. And technically, I should only do it afterwards, like after I get something potentially from the other banner. Like if the other banner is a hit, then I probably should just worry about the rebate after the fact.
Do my job.
But I'm sure a lot of you just like to see the standard characters pop up too, right? So this is more for you guys than it is for me. I could care less what standard characters are on the account. Except for like security. Security and that's pretty much it. Because we got selectors, right? Pre-rewards missing? Yeah, a relog should fix it. A relog and then waiting a bit fixes it for sure. Which I found out a little later rather than sooner, unfortunately. Hotori is next, bro. I'm definitely pulling for her. Yeah, Hotori is next. Hotori is a really nice character. Guys, I'm thinking about making a should you pull video. Any thoughts? We can talk about Hotori. We can talk about Natalie on the last day of her banner, just for clickbait purposes. And then we could talk about Lacrimosa. I don't think we have any news surrounding Chaos, so unfortunately I don't think we can talk about Chaos. But maybe I can give some surface level stuff. I don't know. I feel like Chaos is one of those characters that people are just going to roll for anyways because he is, unfortunately, the only male character in a game where there is, like, no male characters. It is what it is, right? At least he looks okay. You know what I mean? At least he looks okay. I've been seeing people say he looks like a bandit from one of these other gacha games. The level of disrespect is crazy, bro. He looks like a bandit from another of these open world gacha games, bro. The disrespect is crazy. I like watching rolls. Makes me not roll more on my own account. Yeah. If you see me go through the bad luck, you'll have the good luck, right? Whenever you do pull. That's how it goes. So you guys think streamer luck exists? That does not exist. What does exist, however, is viewer luck. And viewer if you are in the current stream. But yeah, again, these standard pools are just for you guys. I could care less. If we land on this one here, that'd be nice, though. Just for the purposes of seeing character pop up. Okay, we didn't land on it. It's whatever. I think that's it, right? Alright. I've only done one 10 pull so far. I rarely pull in gachas. Often quit games before I finish my pulls. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, so you just like playing the game without ever pulling, basically? Or you just like don't enjoy the game and then you just end up quitting without ever spinning your pulls? Or both? That's interesting. Alright, we're gonna skip these, right? We're gonna skip these. I'm not even gonna sit here and bother, bro. We got some rerolls to go through. We're gonna fast skip everything. We land on the right side, we skip past Natalie. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, bro. Alright, I think this count is bricked. You could continue if you want to continue, but if you are going for more copies of Natalie, this account by all means is bricked, bro. Let's just go into the next one, right? Um, 30 reroll. I got A1 Natalie Security G1 and skin for Natalie, so I kept it. That's actually a really, really good account. That account is so good, in fact, right? Because you set yourself up for the next banner, right? And you don't have to worry about getting her skin later. You know what I mean? That is a really, really nice account. I'm jealous. Like, I'm jealous as someone who would be a, like, let's just say a player, right? I'm going to do 40 because I forget the numbers. We're going to do 40. Because I forget the numbers sometimes. I don't feel like having to go back in if I forget the numbers. Guys, I love this song. So, like, if you didn't know, Neverness to Everness has, like, 2 songs on the menu. The first song is during the daytime, and the other song is during the nighttime. It's actually really nice, so they have two different songs. I like the nighttime song the most, but the daytime one is also pretty good as well. W music in this game. Okay, so my question to you guys, right? So I can have things to bounce off of for my video, because I'm still working on my script, and I want to get this done tonight, and upload it at least by the morning. What do you guys like? How do you guys feel about the game in general for the first week? Like, what's your first week of NCE like? Do you really like the game? Do you like? Are you like half enjoying the game? Like, how do you feel about NCE after the first week? Yeah, we'll talk about the AI usage, and we'll talk about the AI usage in a moment. But I want to get your guys' like impressions on the game for the first week. How do you guys feel about it? Like, you guys know about how I feel about the game because I talk about it all the time, right? I love the game. I would do I don't know what I would be doing right now if this game didn't exist in terms of content. Probably nothing. I really like this game a lot, so you understand, right? I've mentioned this like every time I stream. But like, how do you guys feel? %95% of content? Dang. And that's why I'm not afraid to re-roll, because I feel like I can get that done as well in the amount of days we have if I really like grind off camera. Guys, I also find Lacrimosa really fun to play. And for a lot of you, okay, so for those of you that have not, don't know this about Lacrimosa, she has like 2 different playstyles. She has a range playstyle, and she has a melee playstyle as well. As far as I'm concerned, the melee playstyle was added recently. This wasn't like an old CBT thing as far as I'm concerned. So it's actually pretty nice. I hope they do more dual playstyle characters in the future. Wine Lights. Yeah, Wine Lights played this game on her stream. I saw it. I was like, ain't no way. Yeah, how'd you like the game, Wine Lights? How'd you like it? Reroll for Nanely, her skin, and the glider took me 9 rerolls. W. Using a bunch of temples in one day makes me tilted afterwards. True. Especially if you don't get anything. True. I've been taking my time enjoying, but I'm not sure how long I'll continue to play it for more than 6 months. That's fair. Like, we don't know what the future of this game looks like, but all I can say is that I'm hopeful for the future, right? I'm personally hopeful for the future of this game. I feel like there's a lot of things they can do, and hey, if you don't like the game, well, hey, you had some time playing the game, you got your enjoyment out of it, it is what it is. And we have other games coming up too, right? You don't ever have to feel like you have to be married or swear your allegiance to a game, right? If you don't like the game anymore, you can stop playing it. You can pick up the game whenever you want. And I feel like Neverness to Everness is one of those games where if you drop it, picking it back up later won't feel like your account is bricked. You know what I mean? Because of how the gameplay loop is structured, right? The gameplay loop is completely different from other games of the gacha category, right? And that's really nice. But you can take breaks. You don't have to play every day and so on and so forth. Game is fantastic. One of the best gachas to come out of recent time. Yeah, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. There's a reason why this is my favorite game right now. But, you know. Who knows? Maybe Anatsu will take the cake. We'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely playing both games for sure. But that is the only game I'm looking forward to, pretty much. So far, I like the game and love the character's design, so I'm gonna stick around with it. Yeah, true. The characters are really nice in this game. Okay, I won't lie, I was a little nervous. Because I was like, the first roster of characters we had, some of them were good, but a lot of them were just like, you know, like, really, I feel like y'all could do better. But seeing I call them Season 2 characters because they genuinely feel like Season 2 characters. They look a lot, you know, better. Objectively, right? And that's a good thing. So I'm not as nervous anymore about the characters, right? Because usually in the first year of a game, the characters are not that, like, over the top in their designs. They're pretty simplistic, right? But this game has very congested designs early on, which isn't a bad thing. I think is more of a good thing than anything in a game like this.
Don't look at that thing.
Um, the more slice of life anime style, yeah, true. Enjoyed the lore, yeah, yeah. I really like the slice of life anime style as well in this game. That's like why I prefer this story in this game. I gotta skip this. Why I prefer the story in this game compared to other stories in any other game is because the presentation of it and the premise, right? It feels more like more of a parody of, you know, way stories are told versus like other games. And I like that a lot. Like, I'm not playing a game to get a super deep story. Like, I'll like it, you know, if I like it, but I'm not looking for it, right? In a game. I'm looking for a fun and engaging story, rather. You know what I mean? And I feel like the story in this game is pretty engaging, and it can be fun at times, right? I'm fully enjoying it. I've been playing it as much as I play Wua. Nice, nice. Nice. Fun game with a bunch of stuff. Hope they add more multiplayer stuff. Yeah. I feel like the multiplayer is going to be a huge component of the future of this game, right? I feel like it's going to be a huge component of the future of this game. You know what I mean? And I feel like the multiplayer for the most part right now is pretty good comparative to other games we have, right? So like, if you want to play with your friends, you would play with your friends and you'd probably have a good time. If you play with randos online, you would probably have a decent time. You know what I mean? And there's a lot to do in the world when you play with randos. So that's pretty nice. Now, however, the racing on day one, for those of you that remember, the racing on day one was horrific. They needed to not have had it been the way it was. There's no way I'm driving my first car against somebody who already has a Pendragon. That's ridiculous. Come on now. Like, my first race, I'm getting outsped by who knows how many miles. It's insane. Character interacting is 10 out of 10. Horror elements are cool. Side quests are surprisingly interesting with some top-notch world building. Sadly, most characters are a bit basic and combat also a bit mid. So, okay, so the thing is like, I believe, like, there is some truth to what you're saying. I think the combat is a bit mid, for sure. I think it is a bit mid. And if you come from games like Wuthering Waves, you're going to probably think the combat is buns, to be honest. Right? If you come from Wuthering Waves, you're going to think the combat is buns. But I think what the game makes up for it is having the combat feel more cinematic, right? With the animations sometimes, right? Now, the combat is absolutely not a strong suit of the game, and I think it's actually one of the worser parts of the game. I think the whole elemental system feels half-baked, to be honest, and I feel like it could be a lot better. But these are things that can be improved on, by the way. They can improve these things, definitely. I really like the plot so far for the game. The cinematic cutscenes are so good, or cinematic scenes are so good that I thought I was watching a series and not playing a game. Yeah. So it feels a lot like you're watching an anime, per se, right? With the story. Like this right here. This is why people like the story in NCE so far, with moments like these. Now, moments like these don't pop up as much later in the game, and I feel like it might be due to budget, per se, but the game needs to continue doing this. It needs to continue doing that, because that's what people like about the story so far, is the presentation. So they need to continue that. It's not to the degree it is like now, later in the game, but again, I think it might be due to budget, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I haven't done the newest story quest either, so there's that. But no, yeah, I like the horror elements a lot in this game, for sure. Latori's quite nice with stop time, yeah. The overworld abilities for the characters is really nice. This game is in my rotation with Wuthering Waves now. I'm glad to have a game that fills in that second spot, yeah. And again, if you are bored with one game, you can just go to the next, you know? So that's also a really nice thing. I'm optimistic for the game's potential. Just have other gachas I'm playing as well. True. True. The side content is entertaining too. Just tried the heist mode today. Yeah, there's a lot of content in the game. A ton of content. But like a 1.0, for a 1.0 launch, there is a lot of content in this game, right? There's a ton of content in this game for a 1.0 launch. It's crazy. I have Daffodil and the white-haired dude, and both of them are selectors because I am... should I reroll? I I mean, it's up to you. I wouldn't say you were like I feel like you made a mistake, like, but I don't feel like you're stupid. I don't feel like you're stupid. You probably just made a mistake. If you want to reroll, then reroll, right? If you're not happy with what you got, but don't overdo it though. Don't overdo it. Yeah, I read it earlier. It's up to you if you want to reroll. The later quest is a banger. Okay, true. I'm excited for it then. It's a nice change of pace. Wua's story has been pretty heavy, and this game is good to hop on and just enjoy the silly cast and chill vibes. I do the multiplayer gets more fleshed out too. Yeah, if you go into the story for this game, right, you don't have to be fully engaged with the story to get a understanding of what's being said and what's happening. And that's pretty nice. So like I think this is the best just chatting game, right? So as a streamer, this is great because I can talk to you guys and understand what's being said and what's happening, right? Because for the most part, it's just a lot of goofy moments, but nothing of substance too much, right? Where I need to like remember what was said 5 minutes ago because of like what happened later on, right? The combat reminds me of Lollipop Chainsaw. Honestly, I could see that. I could see the way it's presented with, and I also think you might be referring to one of the bosses. One of the bosses in the game feels like a parody of one of the bosses in Lollipop Chainsaw for sure. Like there's a lot of inspiration. Like that's one of the good things about this game, and I found this out earlier, guys. Apparently there is a Full Metal Alchemist reference in the game, but you have to like do a like weird thing to trigger it, which I did not know. So like there's things like a lot of people are finding out, and more things we will find out later that we did not know about, right, during the launch, which is really nice. So we're still discovering things about the game because like it goes that deep, right? It goes that deep. My first account was tragic. May 2nd had to go re-rolling. Was Tycoon 17 on my 6th reroll. I ended up with triple S rank at around 20 pulls on standard and Nanily A02. Well, at least your second is better, right? At least your second is better. Wait, I'm sorry to hear that. My account is bricked though. It's not bricked, but it's bricked to my standard, okay? It's not bricked, but it's bricked to my standard. Day 1 Wood player NT's combat has potential. It's still 1.0. Yeah, it still has potential for sure. Like if we look at how Wuthering Waves was in the beginning with his combat, like thinking back on it, Gion was low-key kind of basic, bro. Right? Like Gion was kind of basic. Gion was pretty much you press Alt and you just hold down on your left click, pretty much, and you just spam your E skill whenever you have it. But like that's pretty basic. You could obviously do some other things too, right? But for the most part, like the loop of his gameplay was just that. Whereas characters now are a lot more dynamic and feel different in how they play and how they function and how they interact with other things as well. With the quick swapping and all that. So it's a lot better now. But this feels reminiscent of that early Wuwa combat for sure. But we'll see what the upcoming characters are like, right? Like Lacrimosa is already a step up above the rest of the cast, right? She has dual playstyles, and I feel like her animations have a lot more substance to them compared to some of the other characters. So there's no doubt that the game has favorites for sure. And we'll see more of this later. Not again. What are we re-rolling for this time? We're re-rolling for a whatever Nanily. As many copies as I can get. So pretty much we're doing a much harder to achieve re-roll than prior. So yeah. Wish me luck, I guess. And worst case scenario, guys, I still have my other account. I still have my other account. For the most part, in that account, I'm just doing dailies and farming. Right? I'm not really doing anything too crazy for right now. So I have a little bit of time to spare right now. It's not that big of a deal, you know. MC other characters having a lower power level compared to other gachas. Yeah. Okay. So I'm actually so glad you mentioned that. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Okay. So I mentioned in my script, right, that the characters in NT right now, at least the main character, does not feel like an over ridiculously powered character, right? The character feels pretty standard, right? If the character feels pretty standard, and a lot of the characters you interact with in this game feel like they could just dust you, right? I feel like Lacrimosa could just dust us, right? A lot of these other characters feel really like a lot stronger, you know, as of right now. So we don't feel ridiculously overpowered, and I like that a lot. It's like a different change of pace, you know. I do think something is interesting about Mint though, because this girl quite literally like slashed the whole city in half, bro. Right? I think low-key Mint might be a little too overtuned. Needs some nerfs. But I think it was more of like a parody, like a parody comedic moment more than anything else, right? I really love the perspective puzzle anomaly. I tried solving it without the intended method because I missed something and the wonky physics ended up feeling amazing to play. The perspective puzzle anomaly. Which one is that? I'm trying to like. What's the name of it? Fullmetal Alchemist where? It was, I would have to like, I had like a link on Twitter or something like that I saw from a video from like a JP player. It's like all over Twitter right now, but I think it's like one of the cafe spots. There is like, you know where there's the stands where they're doing like the whole Sentai Power Rangers like choreography, right? On that stage, like if you go in front of it and you take a picture of your character, it will like, from what I saw, it TP'd you into a random location, and then that location ended up being a reference to the Fullmetal Alchemist. But it could be a different place than that though. That's at least what I saw in the video. So whatever cafe has the stage next to it, what I think is the first one you unlock, or second one of those two. Like, this is crazy, bro. I understand this is like probably a joke, but yo, like Mint is, what is this power level, bro? Mint quite literally unleashed a final Getsuga, right? She unleashed a final Getsuga, like equivalent. What is this character? There's a lot of care that went to the world is definitely the best part of the game so far, along with the large amount of content day one. Yeah, there is a lot of, like, that's why I said that developers took their time with this game, right? And so the person that asked about AI earlier, right? We'll talk about that as well. We'll segue into that. That's what disappointed me a lot, is that for all the hard work and like care that they put into this game, right? Because they took their time with it, it's being downplayed because of the AI instances that it was used in the game. Which there is a few like different ways that this like could have went. My way of understanding it, at least from me giving them benefit of the doubt, is that it was used as a form of placeholder that they never went back around to fixing. Now apparently these instances of AI was like the community let the developers had like known, and the community managers, all of that, know that there is AI instances in the game in previous CBTs. So maybe what I'm saying has like no substance to it whatsoever, but I at least give them benefit of the doubt that they were on a time constraint, right? And they were getting things out in this game, trying to flesh it out as quickly as they could. Because if I'm being honest, this game has a ton of bugs. Now, are the bugs game breaking? For the most part, no. But there is a ton of bugs in this game. There's a lot of issues with those bugs and whatnot. Like, the game still probably needed a little bit longer to finish up, right? But I feel like the AI usage in the game is not that bad. At least as bad as being made out to be, right? Now, is it bad that they use AI in the first place? Yes, it is bad. Like with my very Western way of thinking, right? It is bad. It is very bad. That is my personal belief. Now, would anyone share the same sentiment with me in, like, let's say, a place where AI usage is not as forsaken? Probably not. But my way of thinking is, yes, it's bad. But I'm not going to condemn them for using it. It's their game. They can use whatever they want. Now, is it as bad as I... Like, it's not as bad as I'm... Like, okay, I have levels to this, right? If the AI ever touch the characters, right? If I go to the characters and any of the characters ever scream AI to me, I'm not playing the game, right? And so far, none of the characters scream AI to me. Yeah, none of the characters so far scream AI to me whatsoever. But if that is to change in the future, I will absolutely stop playing the game. Or at least I will doom post and then eventually stop playing the game if they continue it. But until then, I'm chilling, bro. It's not that bad. That's my personal belief. Everyone else can have a different opinion, and you're very valid in feeling the way you want to feel, right? Don't let anyone ever tell you that the way you feel is invalid. Because again, everyone tolerates this in a different way. I recently watched a video of the evolution of NTE from the first betas to release, and it looks so much. It changed so much. I was so impressed how to cook their best meal. Yeah, I haven't seen that video yet, but I've seen it on my feed a few times. Man, I'm sad. I would love to have made a video like that, because I love making those like you know, like I've done this for like, you know, the years I was making Starro videos, right? I would do like the past looks at all of the characters and whatnot. I love making those videos, so I wanted to make something like that, but it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I haven't seen it yet, though.
Hello, I'm Edgar.
I didn't see it too. Yeah, if you watch enough NTE videos, it'll pop up on your feed eventually. Okay, I'll read a little faster here. I'm sorry. MC getting cooked by Edgar. Yeah, MC was getting cooked by Edgar. It's in Green Hill Slope. The cafe. The cafe, right? The cafe in Illusion Town? It sounds like we're naming Pokemon cities at this point. Yeah, sure. I don't remember the towns and the names of the cities by, or the provinces by heart in this game. But yeah, sure. I'm gonna trust you guys on this and say yeah. I hope they keep releasing more anomalies. It's one of my favorite things of the game. Reminds me a lot of Ghostwire Tokyo 2, kind of. Yeah. One of the best things about this game is that the anomalies in this game are really well done. When you play this game, right, and you experience the anomalies and the horror elements of this game, it does not feel cheap. It does not feel cheap, right? It feels like, again, they put a lot of time and effort into designing these things. When you go and discover an anomaly for the first time, it is a very interesting feeling, right? It's not describable in any other game so far. And that's what's really nice. So that's why I didn't want to make a lot of these videos for you guys and a lot of this content, because I wanted you guys to experience these things for yourself. I tried my hardest to give, you know, non-spoiler reviews and all this and a third, because I wanted you guys to experience this game for yourself, right? I had the great opportunity and experiences in this game for myself, and I wanted that for you guys as well. Because again, the first experience of this game is great. It's amazing even. Amazing honeymoon phase for sure. Iron Mouse getting dragged on Twitter for whatever she had said about the AI. Let's just say she's very privileged, right? She's very privileged. She has the privilege of not taking the sponsorship from NTE because she's sitting on a very nice amount of money, right? So it must be nice, right? Also, I find it crazy how NTE will sponsor these content creators, right? I won't say these because that sounds like I'm saying something, you know, a little bit too, you know, like I'm alluding to something, right? They'll sponsor content creators that are against whatever the game offers, right? Like, do they not research the content creators that they're sponsoring? I don't know what was said in their talks or whatever, But I feel like they should do a better job of like figuring out which content creators to sponsor and not sponsor, or give the opportunity to. I understand they're pushing the game out to everybody, but I mean, if like you're only fueling drama war now, hey, this could like be good for them. This level of publicity could be good for them, right? Like all bad publicity is still publicity, right? This could be good for them. This account is break. Let's keep going. That would explain the Iron Mouse video I saw earlier for NCNA situation. Yeah. And hopefully my my thought process explained it in greater detail. Guys, I don't care, but you are fine in feeling however you want to feel. If you care very strongly about it and you want to stop playing the game, that is your right to do. Like, your right, and you have that freedom of doing that. But don't let anyone ever make you feel like you should not play a game, or you should boycott a game because of something like this. You make that decision for yourself, right? I feel like it's all like you see this all too often, right? Oh, I really enjoy this game. This game is so fun, but this AI stuff, and now everyone is not playing. I'm not gonna play anymore either. Like, if you are enjoying the game and you don't mind the AI usage, which in my opinion was at a very minimal rate, just play the game, bro. Who cares about all the noise and stuff going around you? Just you're enjoying the game. Keep playing it. Chances are you weren't going to even see that AI usage in the first place. Am I wrong for saying that? I feel like most people, myself included, had no idea there was AI usage in the game to begin with. You would have to go searching for it to see it, right? And that's why when it blew up, because most people did not even know that it existed in the first place, right? But dang, these JP players. Actually, I don't know if it was a JP player. I don't know what type of player it was. Guys, at this point, I don't care what type of MC we have. Male or female, I don't care. Just give me one. Let's do the male MC this time. Okay. Yeah, I agree that with that, the AI use is concerning and something to watch, but the quality besides is enough for me to just disapprove of the use, but to continue to support. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'll continue playing the game, but I am disappointed that they even used it in the first place, right? Like, I'm still disappointed. And that's why I did my thing. I made the video. I talked about it. But I'm not boycotting the game. I'm not saying this game is trash. This is the worst game ever. Like, oh my god, now all the characters in the game are AI. Everything in the game is AI. I have no idea what's AI in the game. Bro, relax. Right? Relax. It's not that deep. It is not that deep. It is not deep whatsoever. Like, everyone in CN is just chilling, playing the game, vibing, and we over here freaking out. Like, to the degree in which we are. No, I think, here's the thing that Hada should do, right? And this is a slam dunk for them, right? Like a layup even, right? An easy layup. All they have to do is just remove it. Right? Remove it in the next patch. Devs listen. Boom. Now everyone's like, oh my god! They removed it. You know what I mean? Like, easy. Easy farm. Yeah, Mary Cook couldn't get an account with her skin and the actual character. Oh, you mean the skin for Natalie? Yeah, I mean, like, if you're going for a reroll where you have the skin for Natalie and the character, your best bet is to reroll for the skin first and just play on the account until you get Natalie. I wouldn't recommend doing like an account with Natalie and her skin. That sounds really difficult. Because you only have one way of getting the skin, and that is on the left side of the board. That sounds really difficult to do with the character as well. So I wouldn't recommend it. I've seen people achieve it, but I would be lying here if I didn't say like the amount of people I saw achieve it was like I can probably count on like 2 fingers, right? A couple of the areas names are a little goofy sounding. Yeah, I probably would think that as well. That's why I said they remind me of Pokemon towns in the way they were saying, like Illusion Town. But that sounds like something straight out of Pokemon. You have like what, like Lost Lorn Forest is like one of the towns in Pokemon, or the town, one of the like settings in Pokemon, like stuff like that. It's basic marketing. They're trying to target. They're trying to get a large audience. Oh, so that's why they're like sponsoring all the VTubers and stuff like that. It's fine. I just feel like they should be more aware of who they're sponsoring. They do, like, from what I understand, is they do these things with bulk in the ad agencies, right? So like a lot of the, so like depending on the content creator and the agency they're in, right? A lot of these companies will go to the agency directly and say, hey, this is our budget. Are you interested in giving the opportunity to any of your creators, right? And they'll either say, they'll probably say yes, and they'll ask their creators which ones are interested in it, and then they'll just divide the amount of funds between the creators, right? Depending on how much, you know, a creator should get and how much a creator should not get, you know, depending on like your viewership and everything. And I think that's kind of what happened. So like a lot of the VTubers and stuff, because I unless she's like independent, I don't freaking know. If she's independent, everything I'm saying goes out the window. But if she's not independent, then that's what I'm assuming happened. But I apparently she had an agent or something like that, so I don't freaking know. Hot take, I like AI being that. Yo, that is the most uncanny take I've seen about the AI usage in NTE to this day. What did you just say? You gotta be actually trolling with that, right? I see so many ads for this game on TikTok. Yeah, there is a lot of ads on TikTok. Guys, did you guys see my YouTube short with Nanalee? I uploaded my first YouTube short on this game. It was kind of sick. You can like slingshot across the map with Nanalee. It's insane. I should have posted on TikTok, but I don't have a TikTok account. I should have made one. I was supposed to make one that day, but then I just never got to it. Yeah, that is a crazy take, bro. Yo, what was bro cooking? What was bro cooking? I ain't gonna hold you. What was bro cooking? I learned from shorts, but I still disapprove of the use of AI. Yeah, I disapprove of it as well. Facts, yeah, facts. The only part I actively noticed it was when Giovanni in the heist cutscene outfit shifted into a vest, but it didn't really bother me. Yeah. And okay, to be fair, when I watched that video for the first time, I just thought the video was interesting, like just different. Like not interesting, it was just different. I was like, oh, it's one of those types of videos. You know what I mean? Like, okay, because I've seen games, so you know, like games like Poppy Playtime, Five Nights at Freddy's, but specifically games like Poppy Playtime, where they'll have those segments with a television, right? And it'll be like a different animation style. I thought it was that instance, right? I'm like, oh, it's just one of those things. I didn't think about it like, oh, it's AI. I thought like, oh, it's just a different animation style, right? Like I've seen this before, basically. But it ended up being AI. I got fooled pretty well then. I got fooled pretty well. Where there's a glitch, Nanalee can fly at the sky. Wish she could fly at the sky. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, you got lucky with it. That's nice. That's nice. I'll wait and see how Hada deals with the AI situation. The core game is still fun. Yeah, exactly. If you're still enjoying the game, then, you know, keep playing the game. Keep doing you. I think Hada... Okay. I'll say this. I think Hada will respond in some way, shape, or form. But I don't know what that response is going to be. Right? Because so far, they've been very receptive to feedback. Very receptive to feedback. I'm not saying like, oh, like, you know, like the Within Race community would say like, oh, devs, listen. They are very receptive to feedback. But I don't know what that response is going to be. But I believe there will be a response. And we'll see. If there's no response, then hey, we're cooked, bro. You make your decision right there. Are you gonna play the game or not play the game? For all we know, there could be some AI in the characters in the future. That would suck. Like, one of the worst things that could happen from the outcome of all of this is, like, Hada Studio and Imperfect Worlds, right? They see that, like, the revenue doesn't, like, dip, or the amount of players playing the game doesn't dip drastically with the AI usage in the game, and they think to themselves, okay, maybe we can just keep it going. And then, like, later on, you find out that some of your characters have AI in them. That would suck. That would genuinely make me cry. I would be so sad. I would hate for this game to turn into a Nikkei Goddess Victory. I feel like everyone that plays Nikkei Goddess Victory is running around like the freaking humans in Wall-E, right? Like they're walking around like the humans in Wall-E. It feels very uncanny.
Though it's a low threat anomaly, underestimating it will still lead to
Did you make a new account? Yeah, I made a new account. Are you a YouTuber? Or is just like your handle? I think they lose sponsorship with some big company or something. Turns out it's just some VTuber who unironically using AI as well for Okay, listen, I don't know the nitty-gritty of everything, but I did see something saying stuff like that. I thought it was kind of funny. Like, there is AI in, like, a lot of the things we use nowadays, right? Okay, so I've been out of school for quite a while now. At least I feel like it's been a while. And apparently school nowadays, like, pretty much all levels of school, there is a ton of AI usage. And I did not know this. Like, there is a ton of AI usage in school nowadays. And it's like, it's to the point where it's like fested with it. Like, students are using AI all the time. Like 24/7. That sucks. And I feel like that just explains the time nowadays, right? Like, even we're at the point now where we're becoming very desensitized to the usage of AI. Heck, some of us don't even realize that we're using it every day. You know what I mean? It's just a part of our life.
We need to find the nexus quickly. If we take too long, space may enter superposition.
The TV scene gave me We Happy Few vibes, yeah. Yeah, with the art style, the animation of it. That was a very interesting concept of a game, by the way. We Happy Few.
No signs of the nexus here.
Why are you re-rolling again? I'm re-rolling again because my last account is bricked. So like I'll play on that account off camera, but I want to have another account where I actually do achieve my goal in the 6 days that we have left. Yeah, good luck to me. We got to play the game, right, on stream. We did a lot. The only thing we haven't did is like the new story quest, pretty much. But I'm sure like all of you at this point have already done it, except for me.
I can smell it too.
And I heard it's great, so I'm excited for it.
What?
I told you how you're doing. What's your goal? I'm doing good. How are you doing? My goal is to get as many copies of Nanaly this time around, more so than the other account I've had. Alright, guys, I'm committed. So, listen. If I can get... Excuse me. When I talk a lot, I get congested. It's allergies. If I can get A6 Nanaly, I will happily spin on this game in the future. Because, like, for me personally, I like the characters enough to where I want to spin, and I feel like, for me, the game is in a position where I feel like I am, like, not rewarded, but I feel like I'm not as punished for spending. Or, you know, pooling in the game. Like, I don't care how big of an increased damage you get for dupes. I just want dupes for the characters I like. And I don't mind spending in the future. So I guess there's a little bit of a incentive for me to continue doing what I'm doing. An unhealthy incentive, will you? Studios like Larian using AI in some parts of development. AI use like NCE kind of feels like the par for course, unfortunately. Yeah. But I don't... So I just... My thing is, again, is I don't think it was used in a manner... Like, I think it was a set and forget thing. right? They said it there and then they forgot about it. But again, that theory doesn't feel really that true though, because everyone was saying that they told them and like from the CBC like repeatedly that there's AI in your game. So I don't know what to think at this point. All I can say is like I'm sure they'll respond to it at some point. I just cleared the first 10 stage of the train thing. You can't wait for the next update. Oh, you mean Beyond the Rails, right? The in-game content? The repeatable in-game, right? Not repeatable, the resettable in-game, right? Guys, the in-game is racing your buddies. That's the in-game content. It's also hanging out with your waifus. Have any of you used the hangout features yet? Have any of you held hands with your favorite characters in this game? Out of curiosity, have any of you used those features yet? You make the whale go over the other side. That's funny. I don't know why I like doing that. I like making him go on the other side of the wall. Already complete all except the hospital part. Oh, the anomalies. Yeah, the hospital one, the nightmare bound is pretty difficult. Yeah, that one takes a little bit of time out of you. It's nice though. It's scary at first, but then it stops being scary and starts being a little more tedious and scary. But at first, that mess is scary, bro. Here's what I feel like they should have did though. I feel like they should have went all the way with it. They should have not made it as difficult and instead made it more scary. I wish that this game doesn't take the approach of having these puzzles be very ridiculously annoying to do, and instead, like, it's such a gotcha game thing. Don't make them extremely tedious to do. Just make them like serve the purpose that they were designed to serve in the first place. And what that was is in a horror, event. Make it scary and make it stay scary. Don't add all this unnecessary stuff that pads it out and makes it tedious. And if you're going to at least do that, make it tedious, make it still scary. At a certain point, again, it is not scary anymore. But who's your favorite character currently? My favorite character currently is... Dang, that's a good question. Characters we have in the game, I would say Lacrimosa. More so than Nanalie. So like if both characters were in the game right now, I would be like, I don't want Nanalie, and I would just get Lacrimosa. Lacrimosa is cooler, bro. Lacrimosa is cooler. Would you guys ever try out tomato jelly, by the way? Would you ever try out tomato jelly? I'm not gonna lie, bro. It sounds disgusting. It sounds disgusting. But maybe because of the contrast of the flavors, it's actually not that bad, right? You know they say opposites attract, right? Maybe it's not that bad. Did you hear the rumors where they use AI to make some of the character designs? I heard about those rumors. And I think those rumors have no basis to stand on right now as we speak. I feel like those rumors have no basis to stand on as we speak. And if we're going by that, we can just say that it could be the case in any of these games, right? All of these games could have had some form of AI usage when it came to actually creating the character designs from the foundation of them. We could say it's about any of the characters in any game. We don't know, right? We don't know. The only way any of this will be known is if some previous artist that worked at Hottest Studios leaked it all, right? Other than that, how do we know? As of right now, the characters don't look like they have any AI in their design. So I feel like anyone just saying this is just trying to stir the pot more, right? It's just adding more unnecessary flames to the fire, right? Or fuel, rather. Oh yeah, I forgot to update it. We're definitely at 30, like 39 or 40 or something like that. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta update this real quick. We are definitely like at 40 or something like that. So let me update this. Oh, my chat loaded. Nice. At first it did not load, but now it's loading on the streaming software, so I can just look at it here. Let me go here. Well, let's see what we get first, because if we get something here, then we won't have to change it. But chances are we're gonna have to change it anyways. Can't hold hand with Daffodil. Well, you can't do it with Daffodil. That's sad, bro. I'm sorry for you, man. I'm sorry for you. Are you? I'm not addicted to rerolling. I'm not addicted to rerolling, I swear. I'm not. I'm not. I'm really not. 30. I'm not addicted to it, I swear. I'm not. Or am I? No, I'm not addicted to it. I can stop whenever I want, right? Just like any addict says. I can stop whenever I want. Ooh, we got something. What do we get? Oh, okay. True. I mean, people said that about TOF. I would believe it and love TOF. The designs NC are a big step up. True. True. Well, okay. Actually, no. I'm gonna call you out on that. I'm gonna call you out on that. TOF's designs are actually pretty dang good, guys. Let me find this one character. There's actually one character I really, really like in TOF, and I always said they needed to add it to NCE. TOF characters are actually like pretty dang good. For any of you that played TOF, oh, did we get another one? Oh, we did. I thought we did. Let me see if I can find it.
Alois V. Adler.
What is this character's name?
At your service.
It was like the Tower Fantasy 5.0 character, I think it was. There's also another character after that character that was really nice. It was randomly shown to me on Reddit. What is the character? Oh, I think I remember her name. Wait, was it this? I'm sorry, but like this character, let me see. Was it Linces? Man, I can't okay. I don't remember the name of the character, but is this character here? I'm gonna zoom out. Let me show it. This character right here. I thought this character looked pretty dang nice. She also has like a hoverboard thing or whatever. I thought this character looked nice, and I was like, this is a character I could see definitely being an NCE. Obviously, the modeling of Tower Fantasy does not hold up, right, compared to NCE. But I thought this character looked fine, bro. I thought that character looked fine, bro. I don't remember the character's name, so I can't get it like a good picture of the character. But yeah. Yeah, Tower Fantasy has some great designs, bro. Maybe not as good as like no, they're good. Like Tower Fantasy's characters were never really the bad thing about the game, right? But then again, all this is subjective, right? All this is subjective. You mean at launch? I mean, okay. I mean, even at launch, I feel like some of the characters were good. You guys remember that one character with the what's her name? Remember that one character with the ring weapon like Ayuno? What was her name? I don't remember her name, but she had like the ring weapon, whatever it was, and like the cat ears. That character looked pretty nice.
Hello, I'm Edgar, here to apply for the Anomaly Hunter position.
I had the first beta character TOF, but I didn't play it because I couldn't get her. Well, I don't remember what character that was. My memory is failing me. My memory is failing me. It's been so long, bro. Oh, guys, you know what I thought about doing actually? I thought about one day playing Tower Fantasy in 2026, bro. Isn't that crazy? Just to see how the game holds up, man. I was gonna do like NTE player plays Tower Fantasy. I'm curious to see how the game is nowadays. I heard it's a lot better.
Hey Thor, elite courier.
Linghan and TOF is beautiful. I'll look this character up right now. Who is Linghan? Let me look this up right now. POF lean cam. Oh yeah, she looks pretty nice. I feel like her design screams, you know, the typical aesthetic, right? The typical CN aesthetic, but it looks pretty nice. Oh, I did not realize we got another S rank on this account. W, I guess. W. W reroll. Yeah, 1.0 was great. But 1.0 was great. Like, see, the thing is, Hottest Studios, they have good starts, right? They have good starts, but I feel like their finished game is kind of weak. Let me not say that, bro. I'm speaking into an existence in this game. I hope I'm not, right? Let me not say that. I was just saying it just for the purposes of the joke. But like, they have good starts to their games, right? I feel like the 1.0 for Tower of Fantasy is unmatched, bro. That was so fun. Like, as much as I enjoy NCE, I would be lying if I didn't say Tower of Fantasy 1.0 was still a little more fun. And I think the reason why it was a little more fun for me was because the multiplayer in that game was just really fun. It was just way too fun, man. Like, early on, the multiplayer was just way too fun. You have like 100 people fighting one boss, and like how scuffed it was made it really fun. But it was just really the honeymoon period. Now I'm sure it's not as fun anymore, but that was really fun. The color palette is crowded for that character. I mean, that's fair, right? That's why I feel like, again, different strokes for different folks, right? I like that type of character. So like, I know a lot of people wouldn't like Haniel, right? And like, to be fair, at first I didn't like Haniel, but I'm pretty sure they did tone her, like her color scheme a little bit down. I like the way the character looks. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of, like, this is one of the better characters in the game, right? And this is like one of the over-designed characters, right? In terms of color palette, it's just all over the place. But she looks good. She looks good. All right. On to the next one, bro. I genuinely didn't know making new accounts to get better pools was a thing. Yeah, that's rerolling, bro. I love Edgar. Shout out my boy. Yeah, shout out Edgar, bro. Shout out Skia. Shout out the wolf boy. We like Skia around here, yeah? We like Skia around here. Or at least I do. Skia's kind of bricked though. I'm not gonna lie. He's kind of bricked. Alright, that was 41, right? This would be 42. Man, I love this song, bro. I really love this song. Man, I love NTE's music. Guys, I have not been able to listen to the music that much lately because I've been busy making the videos and stuff. And we haven't, like, we've been playing the game, but we haven't really been, like, you know, vibing out to the game. But the music is so good, bro. So good. All right. Let's go back. We'll go back and forth here. GU from Tower Fantasy Tori looked the same, not gonna lie. And here's the thing though, right? Like, a lot of people like that aesthetic for character designs, you know what I mean? Like, how many people here like Hattori? I personally don't really like Hattori that much. But I know Hattori is a good design, right? One of the best designs in the game so far. Because she's well done. I feel like her design is very typical and it's already been done, but hers is still well done. You know what I mean? Meryl? Oh, I remember Meryl. That was the girl. That was the girl. Why do you reroll? Why do we reroll? You got an A2 Nanily already? Because I'm stupid and greedy, bro. Yeah, I'm stupid and greedy. That's why I'm continuing to reroll. Right? Like, bro, how do you not know this at this point? I'm stupid and greedy. But also, it gives me something to do and talk to chat at the same time, right? I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Like, guys, re-rolling and talking to you guys is so easy, bro. It's so easy. It's crowded in a very intentional way. Oh, Daniel's design. Of course, Skia is underrated, but he's mid, sadly. Yeah, bro. He's mid, bro. I know. But, man, I love him. His shadow attacks is sick, bro. Like, if they could take this, like, this kit and make him, like, make a 5-star version of Skia or something. I don't know, bro. It's so sick, man. Like, he still has my favorite kit design out of any character in the game. But he just did so dirty. The worst character, worst DPS in the game right now. With the coolest kit in the game, bro. Or rather, coolest kit design, right? And, bro, his ult animation goes crazy. Does it not? I'm gonna try to A2 Atori. She's tough. Yeah, she's tough, bro. Not tough enough for me, but she's tough, bro. For sure. I might mainly pull her only so I can use her Baicheng. True. I don't know her synergies yet because I haven't played with her. I haven't even played with her on test server because I don't know why I didn't. I didn't play with her, so I don't know, like, her ins and outs. But I heard she's used with Baicheng a lot. At least from when she was used in test servers and all that. I'm happy we'll have a team with Lacrimosa and what's her name? And Daffodil in the future. That'll be nice. For any Daffodil enjoyers. The Umbrella Glider is so good though. Which one? Which oh, wait. You mean from TOF? Wait, what are you talking about? The one says notes in the nighttime song are so crisp. Oh yeah. They're so good, bro. So good. W Greed streamer concept.
Something's up.
W Greed. Yeah. Oh yeah, guys, we gotta see. I want to see this Wuthering Waves thing. Thank you for reminding me. I want to see this Wuthering. Wait, they just released it?
What are you doing here?
Yeah, guys, okay, guys, we're gonna look at this Wuthering Waves thing real quick. I want to see this, guys. Okay, listen. I really like Cyberpunk a lot, and my favorite character from Cyberpunk is Rebecca, right? And I heard she was given for free from Lucid, so I want to check out this this Wuthering Waves thing real quick. See this trailer and whatnot. I'm interested in it. Like, okay, here's my thing, right? I want to see how well done it is because my thing is with a collab for open world game, I feel like the potential of it is endless, right? You could have a new map, you can have a beautiful like premise with the characters and the world and stuff like that. I'm interested to see how well implemented the collab is, bro. There's no way they half effort the collab, right? There's no way they half effort it. Especially not Cyberpunk, right? You got the perfect setting for it, right? The new region with Cyberpunk, you have it all laid out for you. This has to be perfect, right? I love Baicheng and I low-key want any excuse to buy her and her outfits. Wait. Oh, okay, you're talking about Hattori, right? Okay, yeah. I was like Baicheng her. I was like, I know like some characters, like a lot of the time, like depending on the player, they'll refer to the male character as a she. And usually it's because like the interactions that they have with other male characters. So like it's more of like a you know a homosexual thing, right? But I didn't know. Skip them? Wait, skip the characters? CP and Wuwa. I love CP, bro. Context. What are you saying? What the heck?
I am Nellie, the Secretary General.
What the heck? What is bro talking about? Don't abbreviate Cyberpunk? All right, guys, let's check it out right now. Let's check it out right now. Let's check it out real quick, bro. I want to see this, bro. I feel like I'm being edged right now. I feel like I'm being edged so hard right now. I want to see it.
City? Yes. The Wertheimer Index measures how much an object deviates from reality. By monitoring the changes in the Wertheimer Index across different areas.
Band of Nah, bro. I like Kuze. Kuze is cool. All right, let's see it. I feel like I'm being edged way too hard right now.
Oh man, just a class 5. I thought I could finally have some fun.
All right, let's see it.
I'll go ahead. See you at the site.
So here. Okay, you're not gonna see my camera for a bit, but let's check it out.
None your business.
Good morning, Solaris!
Holy cow, the models look so good.
And sturdy 30 hours since the end.
Wait, this looks so good. Wait, bro, it looks so good that it looks so creepy. No? Like, I feel like this looks so good that it looks so creepy. Like, look how good Rebecca looks, but creepy at the same time. It's kind of scary, bro. Wow.
Runners made their appearance. Kudos to President Lucila for making sure our appearance. It has been a solid
Let me get a good pause.
30 hours since the Edge Runners made their appearance.
Like, bro, this is so good. And it's so scary at the same time because of how well done it is. Like, look how nicely they fit into the world alongside Rover, right? It's kind of scary, bro. Rebecca is free, by the way? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Kudos to President Lucila for making sure our out-of-towners weren't poked and prodded like overgrown lab rats. But that doesn't mean some peeps won't try.
Wait, you're gonna skip these characters?
Like there's no tomorrow.
What the heck?
From the looks of it, they're off to a
Okay, that's nice. So she has her gun still.
Just as the Mecha Scouts at the training grounds.
Oh man.
Talk about ruthless. Think they could teach us a thing or two?
Where's David?
According to Rover, a name needing no introduction.
Nah, bro. Where's my dog David?
Will return home once their work here is done. Meanwhile, those pesky nightmare TDs have been at it again, attacking students. Nasty is that, and my heart goes out. Word is the Netrunner has her sights set on the moon. Oh, a beautiful story with one teensy problem. She'll have to.
Okay, there he is.
First.
I was gonna say, bro. Wait, so like, is he gonna be playable? Or no? Well, I guess we don't know, right? Or unless some of you know. He won't ever be playable? Okay, bro, this game is dead, bro. I don't care anymore. Game dead, bro. I don't care, bro. Let me see if they revealed anything at the end. Okay, nothing. Yeah, bro, I don't care no more, bro. You said David's not playable, bro. I give up, bro. I don't care no more. Must pull, bro. I ain't pulling nothing. I ain't pulling nothing. Yeah, I hope we rolled 3 copies of Natalie while you're gone. That'd be W. Hopefully 4, probably 5, man. That'd be even better. Yeah, a collab in NC sounds really good, doesn't it? By the way, that sounds really good, guys. Okay, so listen, guys, I'm like low-key a prophet. So if you ask me what collab would fit in NC, I got you, bro. Because like I predicted the Persona collab, right? In my video, I predicted the Persona collab. Like I was like, bro, this is a slam dunk for the game. So okay, now the best collab for this game, I'm telling you right now, the best collab for this game is ZZZ. And I'm telling you right now, there is no other game right now, no other franchise aside from or IP, aside from Persona that would fit into this world other than ZZZ. Zenless Zone Zero would go crazy in this game. It would go crazy. Like just imagine some of the Zen Zone Zero characters. Like imagine Billy, right? That would be crazy. JJK? JJK sounds kind of... Listen, I like JJK a lot, bro. But, bro, ain't no way Megumi is gonna fit in this world, right? I don't know, maybe, because, like, okay, if we're talking about JJK, like, with what Mint did to that picture, right? That frame, low-key, maybe she can go blow for blow with Sukuna. No? Maybe she could go blow for blow with Sukuna. Maybe not Sukuna with, like, 30 fingers, but maybe, like, Sukuna with a few, right?
3707 in breach.
Probably not. Seabro doesn't let David be playable. Really? But the fact that he's in it is, yeah, it is a huge W that he's still in it. But that's sad though, right? That's really sad.
Sorry, Director. I'm on it.
Though it's
Is a decision of the studio that owns the Cyberpunk IP, not even BlazBlue got to use David. Yeah, that's very sad. I mean, I like Rebecca a lot, so it's still a W, but that's really, really sad, bro. But I'm happy for any fans of Wua, right? Like, again, the one thing I will say about Wuthering Waves has done right is the character presentation, right? Anytime a character is presented to you in Wua, you get something really, really nice.
Here to help.
Like, their character presentation is unmatched. No other game, as of right now, has as good character presentation as Wuthering Waves, right? Genshin's is not as strong. Genshin is not as strong. And what's even more apparent about it is when you look at the revenue that Genshin makes and the revenue that Wuthering Waves makes, bro, Wuthering Waves has a fraction of the Genshin players, like a small fraction of Genshin players, but makes so much money. And that's because the players really, really like the characters. Like, the characters are sold to them really well. Right? The characters in Wua are sold to you so well. They do a great job at making you want the character and want to spend money on the character. Like, anytime I see anyone post anything about Wuthering Waves, it has to do with the characters. Nothing else. And that just shows you, like, what people play the game for. You might be like, combat, and while that's true, characters, the combat is a part of the characters, people really, really, really like the characters. You know? Like, Persona collab is, like, with the song as well. A Spotify or Apple Music collab would be goated. Wait, I feel like they did something like that already, though, no? I feel like they already have something like that. It's called, like, the NTE Nighttime or whatever it was on Twitter. I remember seeing that. I think they already have something like that. I could be wrong, though. Mint solos, no diff, all fingers, that's crazy. I like Mint, but that's crazy, bro. Potential Man can't even get love in the sequel. Yeah. We gotta drop more collabs after that one for sure. I mean, they probably are going to, right? Look how many collabs that PGR has. Like, you blink and PGR has another collab, right?
Leave it to me, Mint.
What's your status?
First time I'm going to Essex a character, and it will be Lucy. W. See, that's what I mean, right? If you are a Wua player, 9 times out of 10, you really, really like the characters more than anything else in the game. You probably like the story presentation as well, but you like the characters more. Just the way they're presented on the story is icing on the cake. And I think NCE will get to that point where the characters are like one of the strongest suits of the game. We're just not at that point right now. But when we get some of these second gen characters, NCE will definitely be a game that can stand on his 2 legs with his character designs. Right now is not where it could be, but it's getting there. However, I don't think the designs overall are like chopped or anything like that, or like weak. They're good, but they're not like crazy, right? When Wuwa came out, I dropped Genshin, and now I can't get back into it without the skip button because I'm not as invested into Genshin's story as I used to be. That's fair. And it took you getting another game to realize that. That's fair. Like, for me, it'd be hard to go in and enjoy another game because of what this game has provided for me. Like, I say, like, oh, you know, I'm so livid for, you know, the Cyberpunk collab and Wuthering Waves. But, guys, I still don't want to play Wuthering Waves, though. And it's only because of that 50-50. Right? Like, everything else about the game is great. It's amazing, even. But that 50-50 is the bane of my existence. But you gotta ask yourself what you're willing to put up with. If you're not willing to put up with that, then it is what it is. I'll at least get some secondhand enjoyment watching, you know, everyone else get the characters and play with them. And I'll enjoy my, you know, my tomato jelly loving characters, right? Some NC character is quite hot. I mean, yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, so for you, it's all about like what you like from the characters, right? And the subjective part of character designs, because they don't have to appeal to everybody. And since they clearly appeal to you, they have, like, each character has their own designated target audience. Now, there are some characters where you can just say that look good objectively, right? So, like, for instance, a character from Wuthering Waves I can think of off the top of my head is like Amith. Amith looks good objectively, right? Really good character design. It's like, there is no character that can, like, bro, she mogs every character in this game. Even every character upcoming. Maybe the character I could think of that's closest to standing like blow for blow with her is maybe Nitsa. Maybe. But bro, she mogs every character in this game. Every character. Right? I came back to Genshin after 5 years. Was playing it for a month and NT came out. Haven't played it since. Fair. Fair. That needs to be me with Honkai Sorrow. I need to just not play it anymore. I need to not play Honkai Star anymore and be done with it. I need a Tori and Blackbird. I'll probably skip everyone else. True. What I find crazy is that we already have a feat character this early into the game. And the introduction of the character is literally in the game. That was crazy to me. Amith is just okay. I skip her for Hayuki. Yeah, so like the thing is, like, Amith is okay to you, but Amith is the most beloved character in Wuthering Waves right now as we speak, right? And the character before that was like Kartethi or whatever. So like, yeah, the character doesn't appeal to you, but the character appeals to the masses.
Maybe all it sought in existence was a sincere compliment. Thank you, Mr. Picture Frame.
Otori wins, I think, with the time stop. Yeah, the time stop mechanic is cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. Otori's out in CN already. True. They got a week early from us, right? I know like a lot of like content creators are playing in the CN server and stuff like that. I tried doing it, but like, bro, I think I locked myself out of my account because I entered my password or something wrong too many times. Bro, I can't read like Chinese, bro. I'm sitting there entering, like, because I have a Bilibili account I've had for years, since like I've had it since Tower of Fantasy in the beta before global launch. So I was trying to get into my old account, and I guess I just entered the password or something wrong too many times, and I just got locked out, bro. I couldn't do anything. I was like, well, it is what it is, bro. I'll wait for launch. I'll wait for global launch. Uwa's gacha isn't the worst. There's infield. Yeah, so, like, okay. There's always levels to it, right? And so you have to, again, you have to ask yourself, what are you willing to put up with, right? If you're willing to put up with 50-50, then you can put up with 50-50. Infields is definitely worse. And that's why I'm not playing infield. Okay. There's two reasons. I would have quit infield eventually because of its gacha system. But I think the real reason why I quit infield as soon as I did is because of the factory stuff, right? But long term, I probably wasn't going to stay with the game because of the gacha. Now, WUWA, again, any of these games with 50-50, for me, it's hard to stay with. Unless I really, 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 really like the game enough. And the only game where I really, again, you know, as many times as I said it, like the game enough to stick with it is Zenless Zone Zero. There is no other game where I'm able to, like, enjoy it as much and stick with it. But yeah, there's levels to it for sure. And if you are someone who does not like, okay, the problem is I like every character in Wuthering Waves that comes out at this point. They all look good. So like I always want every character if I was to play. In the game, like you're never in a position to get every character unless you spend money. You know what I mean? Or you get lucky. And I don't want to risk, bro, I don't want to play that game of getting lucky. My luck sucks. Don't get me started on Organized Infinite Weapon Gacha. I lost 5 25 75s in a row. Feels bad. Don't we low-key have the same system in this game as well? Bro, I should start pulling on the other banner first. Because we're tagging S ranks early. And I feel like I'm using up the luck on this banner.
Hey, I look away for 1 moment, and you're giving me trouble again.
But no, yeah, the weapon banner system is horrible in that game. But I feel like we low-key got the same. The only difference is our pity carries over, no? And we get all the standard weapons on the banner for free. So that's like pretty W. But like I'm not gonna sit up here and say our weapon system, and then we get a lot of pulls for free too. I mean, let me not sit up here and say we get a lot of initial pulls for free. So there's that as well.
Would you like to join us for a jam?
Nice early, yeah, nice early. The god reroll himself. Yo, cuz, what's good, bro? We were looking at the Wuthering Waves Cyberpunk collab earlier. It looks dope. Have you seen it yet? It looks pretty dope, except there's no David. Or at least David in the character pool. Amy's story made me like her even more as a character. Yeah. I haven't, like, again, I haven't played Wuthering Waves, so I don't know about the story, but I heard, like, her story is amazing, right? People really like the presentation of the characters in that game with the story and stuff like that. I'm just waiting for Mifu so I can uninstall.
Hello,
Yeah, Mifu looks
I'm
great.
Edgar, here to apply for the Anomaly Hunter
Organized
position.
Infield has some really good looking characters. It pained me, bro, because I really like Yvonne. Yvonne was like one of my favorites. And I was like, bro, I can't play this game anymore. As long as pity carries over, that's all that matters. Yeah, true. True that. Alright, I don't think we care about rebate at this point. Let's just go to other banner. True that. ZZ in 1.32 mode ruined it for me. That's fair. It ruined it for a lot of people as well. Not just you. Dud. Guys, I'm really hoping for Mission Impossible here, aren't I? Like, I feel like I'm hoping for a literal, like, a lottery pick. I'm hoping for a lottery pick, aren't I? Guys, I have nothing but faith. I have nothing but faith, bro. It's just that my luck sucks. But I have nothing but faith. I couldn't get into ZZZ, but I think they're so not wanting to. I think it's more not wanting to do Hoyo games. Yeah. True. The problem is with me though is that I like, dude, I really like Yuzuha. So like I stay for the characters. I can't help it. The characters for me look really good. I think we did 40, 42, 43. Bro, I'm not updating. I'm not going to update anymore, bro. I'm too lazy. Yeah, this account is cooked, bro. This account is cooked. It's over, bro. It's over. Loki, the stream should be over too, because I gotta make dinner and I got to finish this video. But we can do one more account. We'll do one more account. And I gotta go make some dinner and finish this video, bro. Oh yeah, so I guess okay, this reroll, let's talk about like I said before. What you guys think about the first week of NCE, right? So I can have a better understanding of like how I can phrase stuff and all that. Because I have a pretty decent like understanding of what I feel like most people will feel with NCE for the first week. But I feel like you guys give me a pretty good gauge. I had 2 characters on 2 different servers that I rerolled, I think 5 times and lost progress in my first. That sucks. How'd you lose progress? That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. The moment her one story made me sob for days was the moment I went and pulled and so I had nothing left. Crying in a gacha. How? Yeah, I dropped the game because of the gacha, but also the factories. I was sure I was willing to put up with it, but as the days went on, I just didn't want to anymore. LOL. Yeah, that was me. That was me. I couldn't do it anymore. And like that's when I realized just the game wasn't for me. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's an okay thing to say. It's not more so the game sucks and is balls. We can say that the gacha system is balls. And I also do think there is a degree in which the game should have that criticism where you like it should not be a requirement to do this to actually like play the game, right? If people want to play your game for other reasons, let them like bro, people play a game and not ever do the end game content. It doesn't mean that you should force them to do it in order to actually play the game in all of its contents, right? And that's what I hate about the factory system. Now, that's the only criticism I have about that. But other than that, just the game is not for me. What units are you aiming for rerolling? I'm aiming for as many copies of Lacrimosa. I wish Lacrimosa, but nanily as possible. As many copies. Basically, I pull until I die. Instant demonetization. I pull until I unalive. Basically. The reroll of death. I'm loving NCE. It's mad fun, true. Snowbreak just announced the servers are coming back. That's a W. That's a W. I might just start a new account, to be honest. So like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna have like some crazy festivity thing, some crazy celebration? Maybe like the anniversary for the game already passed or something. Like, what are they gonna do? Give everybody like 20 selectors. Guys, here's 20 selectors for a game. That'd be crazy. Tori's skin is basically Carlotta. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Man, Carlotta's skin in Wuthering Waves is so good, bro. Like, there's some fan service I think that is really nice done in games. And whenever it has anything to do with butts, I can't, bro. It's just so nice. Carlotta's skin is amazing, bro. And I don't feel any shame saying that. Her skin is amazing. And I wish we have more skins like that in games. Like, maybe we'll have that in Anata. Why many copies of her? Because I'm stupid and greedy. I am stupid and greedy. But the real reason is because I want her A6 and I want to have her name card animated. So I can flex on you guys, bro. Like, imagine the future, like, I'm the only one in the chat row that has A6 nanily. Bro, I'm gonna just flex every time. I'm gonna just pull it up just for no reason. Oh man. But there's no other reason to it. It's just I'm stupid and greedy, bro. I'm stupid and greedy. And I don't think anybody should reroll to the degree I'm rerolling in, right? For me, it doesn't really change much, right? Because I've already played the game a few times. I'm making videos that has nothing to do with, like, I'm not making any guide content, right? I'm not doing any how-tos. It, like, my current, like, channel trajectory doesn't even, like, it doesn't even matter at this point if I'm rerolling or not. Because, like, my content isn't, like, surrounding progression in the game. You know what I mean? It's just more so, like, whatever I feel like talking about right now. And I'm trying to, like, talk about things as they come, basically, right? So, like, I want to talk about Tagido at some point. I want to talk about the scary stuff in NTE. Which for that we'll have a stream where we do all the scary stuff in NTE, right? We'll do every single scary event in the game except for the puppet stuff, bro. I'm not touching the puppet stuff. That stuff is AIDS. But we'll do every scary event in the game for a stream. The combat also wasn't very good in infield, in my opinion. Was very lackluster. Also didn't like the factory. Yeah, the combat in that game was kind of like, it was kind of like, bro, I feel like every character had 3 auto attacks, like a 3 auto attack string, and then a skill that just did like nothing. The only one I feel like that was good was the Lei character, right? The first character on the banners. She was kind of cool. Like, you press ult, and it feels really fun to play that character. But bro, early on, that character took 20 years to get her ult. You could do 3 runs in a domain, and you still wouldn't have your ult up in time. It's like, bro, like, what? Like, it's so stupid. I hated that so much. I'm remembering it. I'm like, bro, why does it take 20 years to freaking get ult in this character? I hated that so much, bro. Because it was so fun using her ult. And pretty much 90% of her damage was in her ult form. Not having her ult just mean you did no damage. I hated that. Out of curiosity, out of many gacha you sure played, what was the maximum now you need for rerolls? Can I be honest with y'all? NTE probably is the longest I've ever rerolled for a game. I think the closest was like Arknight's Infield, but I'm pretty sure Neverness to Everness is like the highest I've rerolled for a game at this point. Usually I'm lucky. Like, usually I'm lucky and I'm not going for something super crazy. I think for me, in Arknight's Infield, I was going for like an early lady. Not late, early Lei. I think I was going for an early Lei. And then I ended up getting lucky in that account, but I'm pretty sure I don't go for anything this crazy. I'm just stupid and greedy. But again, it's fun talking to you guys. That's why I'm still doing it, honestly, on stream. Instead of just torturing myself offline. Oh, you said maximum number. I don't know the maximum number, to be honest. But I mean, I guess it's this one, right? We're like on what, 43, something like that? 43 rerolls? Man, we might touch 100, bro. The thing about that is crazy. Guys, so I finished Needy Girl over. Wait, cuz, bro. I started Rent a Girlfriend season, the season before the newest one. Bro, I feel like I'm wasting my time. I feel like every time I watch Rent a Girlfriend, I'm wasting my time, but I still enjoy my time though. I'm like, bro, this is such a waste of time. We're prolonging the series for so long here, but I'm still gonna watch it. You have A2 Nanily already? Why keep on rerolling? Because I'm stupid and greedy, bro. It's not that deep. I'm just stupid and greedy. Like, I have the account. I play on it, right? I do my dailies. I get my stamina up. I don't think that account is going to get A6 or even get close to it. It's like A3 right now. Like, I'm doing something that I feel like I am not really punished for doing right now. At least in with everything going on, right? Like, I have enough time in the day to be able to do this.
Underestimating it will still lead to
I still get my videos out, right? My content isn't surrounding me playing the game and progressing with the game, right? So, like, I don't have to worry about progressing in the game. You know what I mean? If my content was surrounding that, then it'd be a different story. I would probably not be rerolling like I am right now, in fact.
Coco, are you here to
NC is the first one I've ever rerolled in. True. True. It's the easiest game to reroll in. And the most rewarding one, to be honest. Thankfully, the rerolling NC is one of the, it's one of the easier ones. I would say first week NC was okay, but the story did not just hit for me. But the diversity and other things you could do in the game, like racing, GTA activities, appealed to me a lot. The real experience was the best one I've experienced any of the gacha games ever played. So, touching on what you were saying, I think the story is going to be like a hit or is going to be a miss. And I feel like that's because it's a story that never really takes itself seriously. I mean, it has its moments. Like, it has moments, but those moments are quite often overshadowed with a lot of the comedic value of the story, right? Well, the comedic segments. There is definitely the serious parts, right, with the Bai Chang quests. And even a little bit with the first quest, right, we did. But for the most part, the story is pretty dang chill. Now, is it going to remain this way? Probably not. Based on what I heard from the last story chapter. But if you're not really enjoying the story that much, I'm sorry to hear it. Which is a very valid thing to say. But yeah, all the other stuff is cool, right? The racing, well, the online racing kind of sucks, but everything else is cool. Maybe the online racing won't be that bad until when everybody gets like the cars, stuff like that. Guys, when the Porsche cars come out, if the Porsche cars are any faster than the cars we have right now, we're cooked. Free to play is cooked. Especially if it's like paid. We are omega cooked. All games should have Umi Musumi diff rerolls. I remember rerolling Umi Musumi for a bit. And it was actually really nice. Because every time you would reroll, it would start you it would complete the tutorial for you. There was another game I did like that. I think it was called Madoka Magica Magi Etc. For any of you that oh my god, bro, that game brings me back. Guys, I love Madoka Magica. The IP is amazing. Okay, for me, Madoka Magica has some of the best world building ever, bro. In anime of all time. It's so good. Like, for as short as the anime is, the world building is really, really good.
I'm here, Coco.
Yeah, I was really fast in that game because you skipped the tutorial. My favorite story is the Tagito Day. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. I thought the Tagito Day was... Okay, for me, the first time, I thought it was actually pretty dang decent. It wasn't like anything crazy, and it wasn't horrible like everyone is saying it is. For me. For me. But I can see why everyone says it's horrible, right? Because, like, again, my mentality going into it was like, I just am not taking anything seriously. And, like, I'm not really expecting anything either. I'm just here for the vibes, right? I'm here for the vibes, bro. So because I was here for the vibes, for me, the story was always just going to be something that I was half engaged with. And I also do like Tagito as a character, which I know is a controversial thing to say. I like Tagito as a character. I think the moments with Tagito that serves as comedic value, right, is good. It's really well implemented in this game compared to like you know, Paimon emergency food jokes. But that is a personal thing. Oh man, I failed this time. NCE is a better Madoka gacha game than Madoka ever produced. You know what? I will say though that the anomalies is very reminiscent, at least like the anomaly settings and the way like they're designed with the layouts and everything, the settings is very reminiscent of the Witch Labyrinth and Madoka Magica. So I can say there's some truth to that. Also, did I get over the thing? Oh, you can go over here. I didn't know that. I was like, did I just bug out of the game? But yeah, I got a good understanding of how y'all feel about the game. Is pretty much what I included in the script and whatnot. I might not finish the video tonight, though. Now that I think about it. Which would kind of suck. Because I low-key want to watch some Runa Girlfriend tonight. So I think I'm going to probably not try to finish it tonight. We'll see, though. We'll see, though. It was cute. The story, it was cute. It was cute, but maybe for a lot of people it dragged on too long, right? Like, I don't mind serving as a wingman for Tagito. I don't mind it. But I also do recognize that people mind that a lot. And like, okay, while everyone was probably just upset and mad the whole time, at the end for Tagito, I felt really bad. I felt really bad for bro. Right? His homeboy took his girl. Like, unintentionally, of course, right? But still. I feel so bad for Tagito. That was his one love right there. Is getting all S ranks, including Nanily and not A2 Nanily, is actually a better account, like in theory, because the standard characters are really rare, right? The standard characters are really rare because you cannot get them on the limited banner. So at some point, there may be an account where you are missing one or two of the characters, and you may not be able to get those characters unless you get lucky on a standard banner. They give us more selectors if you haven't already used your selectors, or you buy them from the shop. Which, again, those ways are very limited, right? And minus the way of getting them from banner, which is RNG. So, there's that.
Just because I complimented it?
Maybe. All it sought in existence.
Yeah, Sammy kind of just became the punchline in a mean way, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Poor guy. But hey, for anyone that hates Tagito, you're livid, right? It's a W.
You handled the situation.
I laughed at the Tagito quest because we did all that just for him to, yeah, just for him to get cucked.
It's not far from here to A-Bone. If you're tired, you can rest in the car. I'll wake you up when we arrive.
Livid? Okay, yeah. I did not mean to say livid. But I assume people are livid still, though, right? They're livid, like they're angry in a sense of like, yeah, I hated this quest and I'm mad that I had to sit through it. But I mean, like, you know, they're very happy at the same time. Like they're more of like a happy mad, right? Is what I'm trying to iterate here. Or at least I feel like they should be a happy mad. I still have one selector though. That's me right now. I have an A1 Security, A1 Daffodil, and an A1 Halfthor, but I can't get Fadia or Gun Mommy for the. But you also have like what, like A freaking A what, like A3 Nanily, A4 Nanily or something like that.
This is Bridge Crossings, the old
Oh my goodness, man.
famous.
What is your luck? Like, see, this is what I mean, bro. No matter how big your size is, bro, someone is always gonna be bigger than you. There's always someone bigger than you, bro. It is what it is. You have to accept it. You know, you start feeling good about yourself You look yourself in the mirror, you're like, dang, I look good, bro. And then someone that's more conventionally attractive than you just walks past you. And it's just like, well, dang, bro. Maybe I don't look that good. I can't pronounce that word. What does that even mean? I got 4 different standards back to back and picked the other 2 with selectors and got Natalie from limited pools. W. Big W. Big W. True. Yeah, but I mean, here's the truth though. Most girls don't care about size though. Most.
Are you okay?
I know this is like a little bit off the deep end, but it's still in the same vein of what we're talking about. Size doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things.
Are you okay?
But for the purpose of this conversation, it does matter.
Meeting, why don't we take a photo together?
Man, I ain't reading all this. Oh, what's that? A rank, probably? Oh, yeah. I remember I built this character in the other account. Although she had like what like doo-doo gear with doo-doo stats, I felt like she just did no damage, bro. This is a nice shot, by the way. I feel like she just did no damage, dude. And it pains me to like feel like this character is bad, bro. Also, this is a perfect screenshot. We got 3 pink characters. Oh well, it's 2 Haniels, but you know. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make that pink girl team work. You'll see. Always bigger fish in the sea, yeah. That's how I feel when I go to the gym, bro. When I go to the gym and I see a guy that's just way bigger than me, I'm like, bro, do I just take steroids? No, I'm kidding. I don't think that. I don't think that. In fact, I'm just like, wow, you look so good, dude. I'm like, bro, you look so good. Show him some brotherly love, right? Her value is only Cafe, in my opinion. Wait, who? Who's Cafe? Guys, are we gonna get 1 nano? Okay, did we get a Nanoly? Bro. I don't think we tagged Nanoly once in all the rerolls, by the way. Holy bad RNG. Alright, I'm telling you, here's what's gonna happen. When I go and reroll off of camera, right? When I reroll off camera, my luck is going to shoot up. I'm telling you right now. When I reroll off camera, which is not gonna be tonight because I'm tired, my luck is gonna shoot up. And I will come back with something crazy. Watch. Watch. Did we just get 2 Adlers, bro? Or did it just like skip his animation, replay it again?
At your service.
Aurelia? Oh, okay, Aurelia. Yeah. Yeah. The cutie patootie. It kind of sucks, bro. That's her only value. Hold up. Wait a moment. We got a lot of gold chests here. Okay. Can we at least get a Nanoly to end it off, though? Please? Bro, we landing on so many gold chests and no Nanoly, bro. This hurts. This hurts. Please? 1 Kaluchi? 1 Ichidame of the Kaluchi family, please. 1. Okay, never mind. We don't have any more. That's it, bro. That's it. Trust? Ain't no trust, bro. Ain't no trust. All trust has been broken. I hate this game. I think that was the first time I've ever said I hate this game. I don't think I've ever said I hate this game, bro. That kind of stings a little bit. That kind of stings a little bit, bro. Yeah, I hate this game. This game sucks. Oh man. Maybe if we get Akane as a playable character, she could be used in that team. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We can just have the whole like band, right? Maybe. Next reroll is the one trust. Wait, yo, low key, if we got Akane, it would be diabolical if they didn't make her playable in the team of Natalie and Haniel, right? It's like you can already play. I don't have stupid. I don't have Natalie on this account, but you could already play with Natalie and Haniel, right? So imagine having like Akane and she's in the same team as well. And then like you have this whole like thing like with the idols and ZZ where if you have all three of the characters together, they have like an extra like animation or something. That would never happen. I'm going off the deep end here, so I should probably just get off, bro. I should probably just get off, bro. I'm going off the deep end here. Next reroll is the one trust, bro. I'm going to make some food. I'm gonna watch some anime, bro. I've been rerolling and playing this game for enough today. Why are you rolling again? Because I'm stupid and greedy, bro. I'm stupid and greedy. That's why we're rerolling. Take it easy. Yeah, take it easy. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off now. I gotta go make this video, and I appreciate you guys hanging out. It was fun. Yo, the Cyberpunk collab looks like a W though for anyone that's interested in it and whatnot. And yo, thank you for your opinions too on NCE, so I can make the rest of the script and get this uploaded as soon as possible. Hopefully, it's up by the morning time, but I wouldn't like hold your breath on it because I'm low-key really tired. Anyways, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It was a lot of fun. And you guys have a good night, yeah? Bye.